Welcome to another week of KinderChat. I'm Christina from Sweet for Kindergarten, and every week I like to bring some new and exciting ideas to use with your kindergarten students. Now, this week's going to be a little bit different because I'm gearing this week's KinderChat more towards parents. It's almost summertime, and you may be wondering, what am I supposed to do with my kid all summer? Well, the very most important thing that you should be doing is reading. You should be reading to them every single night or every single day. And you want to be reading to them, not just listening to them read. Why should you be reading to them? Well, it helps model expression, fluency, and it just builds a more confident reader as they hear you read to them. So you want to use an exciting voice, you want to point out words, ask questions along the way, all of these things. So today I'm going to share some tips with you on how to pick out a book, and then also while you're reading, what to look for and what questions to ask while you're reading to make it a great learning experience for your child. So first of all, how often should you be reading to your child? And I believe that you should be reading to your child every day. Pick a time that you are reading to them. There's always time that they can read to you as well, but it is great to really model how to read a book out loud. Their teachers are always reading books out loud, so it's great to kind of continue that into summer. So pick a time every day that works for you, that you are taking some time, about 10 minutes, to read a story with your child. Next, what book do I pick? Well, you don't have to worry about picking the books. Let your child pick the book. Let them pick out what they really want to read that day. Maybe they are really into race cars and they want to read a book about race cars. That's what they can read. Maybe they want to learn more about ducks. You can read a book about ducks. Maybe they really want to read a llama llama book. Read the llama llama book. Whatever they want to read, let them choose it. And it's okay if you tend to reread the same couple over and over again. You can always suggest a new story, but it's great that you're reading the same books over again because it does model that expression and that fluency that will help them remember the book. And since you're reading the story, don't worry about what reading level the book is. Let them choose based on what they want. You can read a story that's above their reading level. You can read a story that's below. It doesn't matter as long as you're continuing to read to them. So now that you have your book, how do you read it to them? So the first thing I like to do is do what's called a book walk before I read. So I just ask the child, like, what do you think this book is going to be about? And they might tell me that this book looks like it's about a duck and a caterpillar, and it looks like it's at a pond, which is great. That's exactly what this story is about. Say, great job. Now let's look at some of the pictures, kind of get them excited for the book. This is kind of like the preview. So I kind of just flip through the pages and I ask them to make some predictions. It's a great tool that they need in their toolbox when they are learning how to read. So I have them make some predictions about the story as I'm just kind of flipping through the pages. We're not reading the words or anything like that yet. I might ask, how do you think the duck feels right here? And they might say, oh, he kind of looks a little sad. Yeah, I wonder why he's sad. I don't go through the entire book. I kind of just do a couple pages to kind of pique their interest. So after we do that quick little book walk, then I make sure that I go over the text features of the title cover. And you don't have to do this every single time. It's great to kind of do, like, maybe have them point to the title for you, or maybe have them point to the author. Maybe have them tell you what this is called. This would be the cover. So you can always read the title, Farfalina and Marcel by Holly Keller. And then I always repeat it on this page as well. So Farfalina and Marcel by Holly Keller. For John and Josie. And then I begin to read. So when I'm reading, I like to be in a nice cozy spot, and that is where my attention is. I try to be very animated and use my hands and use different voices to really get them engaged and interesting. So I would start reading. The rain fell all morning. It splattered on the pond and splashed on Farfalina's leaf. She found a dry spot and ate it. And then pretty much all you're gonna do is continue to read. But as you're reading, I definitely suggest asking a couple questions. It could be a question like, what is that character's name? Or what kind of animal is that character? I could maybe ask, what's the setting of this story? What is the weather like? And then as things are happening in the book, you can ask, well, what's the problem? How do you think it's going to get solved? And have them make some predictions and then see if they are right at the end. And then at the end of the story, I always like to ask them what their favorite part was, who their favorite character was, and then maybe another question about what do you think happens after the story ends, just to kind of get them really thinking and engaged. So it's really simple. It doesn't take that much extra time when you're just reading a story to ask some questions to really get them thinking about the story. So I hope this was helpful in picking out a read aloud with your child and how to do the read aloud with your child as you're reading. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can add them below, and I will see you next time. Bye.